Okay, so wanted to walk you through a couple ideas from Fostoria City Schools. The first is the idea of collaboration. We do have some um, teachers and professionals who have done great things with their students using this. So, for example, I've shared it out with a test account. You'll see that somebody else is looking at it. So, at the same time, we can actually have one person controlling and then a completely separate account adding on to that. So it doesn't even matter where that person exactly is. They're adding content while I'm on the Jamboard. So if I want to draw, they would see it on their screen. And if they want to draw, they could go in red and put it on there. So collaborative art projects we've seen collaborative note-taking sessions, brainstorming sessions, etc. Some other ideas. This is an introduction to cinematography activity that our TV production teacher, Shay Barnett, came up with. And so you'll see the directions are listed here. And there's a title with some pictures. And then what the students did is they would click to these various slides and the directions would be there, and they would have these random tickets of definitions and keywords, and they would have to sort of put them in the right spot. And then they would flip to the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and basically have to try and determine what was right or wrong. It's a great sorting activity. It's very visual. And it helps the students sort of have a different avenue to show that they know what they're talking about. This is from the same class, a storyboard jam. So this is more their creativity versus just doing a sort. This one, the directions are here, and they were basically supposed to create a plan or a storyboard for their shots. And so this was the example of what they could do, lay down a green screen, kind of draw an idea of what they're looking for, and then add notes to kind of create context for what they were going to shoot. And then they were given space to create those ideas. Now, this, you might say, well, why not just do a traditional storyboard paper? Sure, you could, and there's no reason you can't. But in this situation, it was for students to have an option to do it digitally when they weren't in school where they could get a printout. This just creates an idea where they could kind of sketch out an idea on their own. Third idea, this is a little more complex, but this was created. This was an idea that was created in Google Drawings for a remodel project. So let's say you're in a class where you're creating something. They could create the idea in another place like Adobe Spark or Google Drawings and import it, and then have notes for that project. So this was a remodel project. And then students took pictures, measurements, all that, and it creates a nice little project. So there is a lot that can be done with Google Jamboard, and hopefully you find some ideas that you like, and hopefully this particular playlist was helpful in you understanding how to do that. Now, we have one more video we're going to show you, and that is how to implement this in Google Classroom.